Imagine sitting across from someone who's charming, witty, and seems to have it all together. But something's off. There's no warmth in their smile, no empathy in their words. Could they be a psychopath? And here's the question that'll keep you up at night. Are they born with that icy detachment, or did life twist them into it? Today, we're diving deep into psychopathy to uncover what makes these minds tick. Is it their DNA, their past, or something else entirely? Hi, welcome to Cold Signal, where we peel back the layers of the human mind. If you're hooked on criminal psychology or true crime, smash that subscribe button and let's unravel this mystery together. Trust me, this one's going to stick with you. Psychopathy isn't just a plot device in shows like Dexter or Hannibal. It's a real condition that shapes some of the most enigmatic and dangerous people in the world. From serial killers like Jeffrey Dahmer to slick corporate manipulators, psychopaths are all around us. Studies suggest about 1% of Americans, roughly 3.3 million people, have psychopathic traits. That means you've probably met one, maybe without even knowing it. So, what's the big question? Are psychopaths born with a brain wired for coldness, or does life mold them into who they become? In this video, we'll explore what exactly is psychopathy, the science behind it, nature versus nurture. Real-life examples from infamous criminals to everyday manipulators. And finally, can a psychopath ever change? If that sounds like your kind of deep dive, stick with me. And let me know in the comments, have you ever crossed paths with someone who gave you that unsettling vibe? Let's get started. Before we dive into the born or made debate, let's get clear on what psychopathy actually is. It's not just being evil or crazy, it's a personality disorder with specific traits. Dr. Robert Hare, a pioneer in the field, created the Hare Psychopathy Checklist, a tool used worldwide to identify psychopaths. It scores 20 traits, like charm, impulsivity, and remorselessness, on a scale from 0 to 40. A score of 30 or higher, that's a psychopath. What makes psychopaths so unsettling is their ability to blend in. They're often charismatic, confident, and persuasive, like a mask hiding a void. They don't feel guilt, empathy, or deep emotions. Imagine someone who can lie to your face, hurt you, and sleep like a baby afterward. That's psychopathy. And while it's linked to crime, think Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy. Not all psychopaths are killers. Some are your boss, your neighbor, or even a friend. So, where does this come from? Let's look at the science. First up, are psychopaths born with a brain that's just different? Science says there's a strong case for it. A 2017 study from the University of Wisconsin-Madison found that psychopaths often have reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex, the brain's brake system for impulses and moral decisions. This means they're less likely to pause and think, is this wrong? Then there's the amygdala, the brain's emotional hub. A 2019 study published in Nature showed that psychopaths have smaller, less responsive amygdalas, which explains why they feel little fear, guilt, or empathy. Picture a brain that doesn't react when someone cries. That's what we're dealing with. Genetics also play a huge role. A 2014 study in Sweden, analyzing thousands of twins, found that psychopathic traits like callousness and manipulation are about 50% heritable. Ever heard of the MAOA gene, nicknamed the warrior gene? It's linked to aggression and impulsivity, and some psychopaths carry it. But here's the kicker: not everyone with these brain traits or genes becomes a psychopath. Something else has to tip the scales. Let's talk about environment. If biology is the blueprint, environment can be the spark that sets it off. Many psychopaths have histories of trauma, abuse, neglect, or chaotic homes. Take Jeffrey Dahmer, one of America's most notorious serial killers. He grew up in a dysfunctional family, with a distant father and a mother struggling with mental health issues. Did that loneliness and rejection shape his psychopathic traits? The FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit notes that about 50% of serial killers with psychopathic traits report childhood trauma, like physical or emotional abuse. But here's the thing: trauma doesn't automatically create a psychopath. Plenty of people endure tough childhoods and still feel empathy. So, what's different? A 2020 study in psychological medicine found that kids with low empathy who face abuse are far more likely to develop psychopathic traits than those in stable homes. It's like a toxic cocktail, a genetic predisposition mixed with a harsh environment. But does that mean they're doomed? Or do they have a choice? This is where things get tricky. How much of psychopathy is biology, environment, or just choice? Some experts, like Dr. Kent Keel, argue that psychopaths aren't puppets of their brains. They can choose their actions. They're calculating, not mindless. Take John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown who murdered 33 young men. He was a respected community member, charming and deliberate. His psychopathy didn't force him to kill, he planned every move. But others say the choice isn't so simple. A 2018 study in neuroscience found that psychopaths' brain wiring, like a faulty prefrontal cortex, makes it harder to resist impulses. It's not an excuse, but it's like their moral compass is broken. So, are they choosing evil, or is their brain steering them toward it? What do you think? Is it nature, nurture, or a conscious choice? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm dying to hear your take. Psychopathy isn't just about serial killers, it shows up in all walks of life. Let's look at the faces of psychopathy, the criminal and the successful. John Wayne Gacy, known as the killer clown, was a textbook psychopath. From 1972 to 1978, he lured and killed 33 young men, all while playing the role of a friendly neighbor and party clown. His charm and lack of remorse let him hide in plain sight. Gacy's high score on the hair checklist, manipulative, callous, grandiose, shows how psychopathy fueled his crimes. Not every psychopath is behind bars. Dr. Paul Bobiak's research suggests 4% of corporate executives, 4 times the general population, have psychopathic traits. These successful psychopaths use charm, ruthlessness, and manipulation to climb the ladder. Think of a CEO who cuts jobs without blinking or lies to investors with a smile. That's psychopathy at work, just in a suit. Whether it's Gacy's horrific crimes or a CEO's cold ambition, psychopathy shapes behavior in extreme ways. But can it ever be rewired? Here's the question everyone wants answered. Can a psychopath change? The answer isn't simple. A 2021 study in The Lancet Psychiatry found that psychopathy is highly stable in adults, thanks to their hardwired brain differences. Therapy often fails because psychopaths lack the motivation or ability to feel empathy. But there's a glimmer of hope for kids. Early interventions, like cognitive behavioral therapy, can reduce psychopathic traits in children with callous unemotional tendencies. Programs like those at Mendota Juvenile Treatment Center in Wisconsin have shown success by teaching empathy and impulse control before adulthood sets in. For adult psychopaths, change is rare. Some learn to mimic empathy to blend in, but true emotional growth is a long shot. Dr. Robert Hare puts it bluntly, you can't teach a heart to feel. Still, understanding psychopathy helps us spot it early, maybe even prevent harm. Do you think a psychopath can ever change? Share your thoughts below. So, are psychopaths born or made? It's not black and white, it's a tangled mix of biology, environment, and, sometimes, choice. From John Wayne Gacy's chilling double life to the ruthless charm of corporate psychopaths, this condition is as fascinating as it is unnerving. But knowing more about psychopathy might just help us navigate a world where not every smile is genuine. What did you take away from today's video? Ever met someone with that cold, detached vibe? Drop your stories in the comments. I read every single one. If you love diving into criminal psychology, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell for more mind-bending content. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next one.